Arif Hussain. And Arif has been in the coaching business for the last 5 years, during which he has transformed more than 5,000 people. And more importantly, it is not just about coaching, transformation, it's about changing lives. And our attempt of coming here week on week and discussing these topics is to help people change their lives. So, in the process, we are here today, we are discussing something that we often do, and we don't realize that we are doing it. So, I'm talking about self sabotage. So, when I say self sabotage, I mean it looks dreadful, but you may be doing it. It's an act of engaging into a behavior that's undermining your own success. All right. So, you are basically you have got into a pattern where you compromise your success. You act against your own best interest, and often you don't even realize this. So, we are going to discuss this, and I am going to shoot questions to Arif. Let's grill him on this, what it is, and what we can do about it. Arif, welcome to today's Jeep Live. And
Thank you, Sayeed. Thank you.
let's start with a direct and blunt question: that what is self sabotage?
So, the beauty about these mindset issues is the words themselves are, well defined. They are self explanatory. So, self sabotage means when a person sabotage what they really want to do, themselves. So, that's self sabotage, right? Uh, so, imagine you are driving a car and it's an automated car, let's say some German made. Okay, I'm not taking names, but it's, let's say, German car which everybody loves, and automatic cars. So uh, there is no clutch, only brake and accelerator, and your life is like that. So on you are pressing the accelerator, okay, but the car is not moving, okay, or if it is, even if it is moving, it is not picking the pace, picking the speed, and whenever the momentum is built, suddenly the car breaks down or it stops. Why is why is that happening? Because the other foot was on the brake. Okay, so at times you were pressing it when it was required. At times you were pressing it, just because of the fear. There might be some fear. Okay, so similarly, when somebody is about to achieve some success, they may have fears inside the mind, and those fears can sabotage their journey, they can sabotage their success, and usually those fears come from within. Okay, so it can be your thoughts, it can be your experiences in the past, your childhood, maybe your habits, maybe the distractions you are into, your habits, anything can be the outcome of that self sabotage, uh, or it will be seen outside, in the habits, in the actions that you are taking, but inside there is something which you are fearful of.
Well, Arif, actually, see, when we are talking about self sabotage, as you said, it is obvious risk which indicates that you are deceiving yourself, and you are deceiving yourself of your own success, your own well-being, your own progress in life. But I wonder, why would people do it? It's an, I mean, it's an often the thing comes to mind. Why would people do it? So let's address this. Why would people do it?
So people do this because they have some blind spots within, they have some set patterns, their mind has been trained or conditioned in certain way. Okay, and at times the success, these people may not feel, they are not familiar to the success they desire. They have not seen anybody having that success, anybody close by, or it is not running in the family. They are doing something like the first time. Okay. And it can uh, play in any area of your life. For example, you may be successful in your professional life, very very successful, but your relationship area may be a complete chaos. You can be successful in your professional life, in your relationship, but your health area can be in chaos, complete chaos. Okay. you so why is that happening? Because um, something is there, and it's not random. Self sabotage is not random. There is a pattern to it, and there is a specific time when it always appears, when you are on a journey. In every journey it will appear at some point of time. For example, you have taken an initiative, you are doing things, you are enjoying the time, but then those fears will creep in. And what are these fears? Where are they coming from? So they are not all bad. Basically, these are the protective voices of a person, where so let me give you an example. Let's say there is a child 2 3 years old. So parents are worried, and they don't allow the child to go to the street because obvious reasons. Accident may happen. There are people around, strangers are there. So many fears are there on that street. So they don't allow the child to go on to the street. They want to protect the child. But let's say the child has become an adult now, and those voices are still persisting in the background. Okay, okay, don't go there, don't take that step, don't meet that person, don't talk to that boy, or don't talk to that girl, or don't talk this way to your boss. Okay, bosses are like this. Bosses exploit. Bosses are micromanagers. So it can be anything, any protective gear that you might be having, but it's not protecting you now. It's obstructing you, and that's how we get into the habit of self sabotage.
So obviously, this is not doing any good to you, or at least, I mean, much of it is not good for you, because any overprotection is like it is preventing you, or it is depriving you of what you could actually become. Especially, you see, in Asian communities, mothers are overprotective about their children. So they are so protective that the child grows up in that protective environment, and when they finally grow up, and when that protection is not there with them anymore, like they are no more in this world, they feel they feel a void in their life, and they find it difficult to venture out and do things on their own, because they have got used to that protection. So this is, I mean, this self-sabotage is not doing any constructively any good to life, especially in professional life. It has a serious impact. So can you throw some light on the serious impact that has on professional life?
Yeah, impact is always serious. One, that you will always have unfulfilled dreams, unfulfilled goals. Uh, you may have immense potential. You may have the best of skills. You may have the best of the organization. The company is good. The atmosphere in the company is good. The colleagues are supportive. Okay, boss also support at times. May not be every time, but still, something will stop you, something will halt you from behind, from within you, and that will become the biggest obstacle. um, and that's why you will not be able to achieve. You have the goal, but you will not be able to achieve that. And let's say you have achieved it, but it will be hard for you to stay there. Okay. And the worst thing about fears is, you want to because of the fear, you there are things you don't want to do. Okay, but eventually you end up doing the same things, and your fears will grow on you. You will achieve the fears rather than the goal. So that's a bitter part of living with fears. Okay, as we always talk about that human beings take action only for two reasons: whether to avoid pain and to attain pleasure. But uh, the problem with pain is it makes you take an action. Definitely, you will take an action, but you will take only that amount of action, so that the pain stays, somewhere close to you. For example, dogs are running behind you. That's the pain. So you run as much, only as much, so that
Yes.
the dogs cannot catch you. But you will not run that fast, that they vanish. Okay, that will only happen when you have a goal. Okay, that I have to reach somewhere. Um, so uh, it will create a negative perception about you, that you live with fear. You can't take action. You don't take initiatives. So your perception, uh, the people will have a different perception. You may be the strongest, the boldest person within your mind, but the outside perception would be that, okay, you are a very soft person, or you are hesitant, or you cannot speak. Okay, inside you can be brave, but outside it will be different. um, and of course there will be constant setbacks and frustrations. Okay, so there are a lot of issues.
So obviously, these people, these things they are doing because they don't even realize that they are doing it in the first place. So recognition is the key thing here. Like I have had a case where a person had multiple breakups in life. Okay, now uh, he believed that he is not good enough, and he is not good looking. He is a difficult person to live with. These are all the beliefs that he has grown up with. So he had multiple breakups, but he didn't realize why these breakups are happening. So when we dig, what we discover is that every time there is a good relationship, he is bringing in this belief to the forefront, and he is seeing the relationship, the other person through this, and he is finding reason to reinforce his belief that, see, I told you this is not good enough, this is not going to work, I am not good, this relationship not going to work because I am a hard person to deal with. So important thing here is that we need to recognize this pattern that we have. So how to recognize this pattern?
Yeah, that's important. And the prerogative, even if you want to overcome this behavior, and usually everybody, when they have decided onto something, and they are taking an action, they are taking an initiative, they start strong with complete enthusiasm. I remember my school days. So the enthusiasm was always high when
Holidays.
when after the holidays, because there is a new new class I'm going to, new teachers are there. Okay, even if the students are same, but it's a new class, new environment. Okay, new syllabus, new books. So that so enthusiasm was always high. But then over a period of time, it would look mundane,
It's
same
only
thing.
it's only
You
till
know,
you bring those books, cover them nicely.
so remember, so then it will be the repetition of what has happened, like previous year, the year before, all those years. And that's the reason it looks mundane. It's not new anymore. Just maybe after 10 days or maybe 20 days or a month, uh, the old habits would come. the old behaviors would come, um, and people don't finish with the same enthusiasm. Even if, like, most of the years I cleared my, I passed my subjects, right? But the enthusiasm was not the same by the end of the year. So that happens. So people who have self, who have the issue of self sabotaging, they start strong, but they don't often finish strong, uh, or they don't even finish. Um, you also have to look that whenever there is a good opportunity, what comes to your mind? Do you delay? Do you procrastinate? Okay, I will. Or what are the thoughts that are coming to your mind? Am I ready? Is this thought coming to your mind? Or I am ready, this thought is coming to your mind. So there is a difference. If you ask, am I ready? That means there is a confusion, there is some doubt. And
There is
then, of course, you are not ready. Then, of course, you are not ready. Um, do you delay important decisions? Okay, okay, I will take, um, I will start exercising. From next year, I will start looking for somebody. When this happened, I have achieved this. Okay. Um, how do you cope with your stress? When you are under stress, there everybody has to cope, and they have a coping strategy when they are undergoing stress. So, what are those habits? So some people, they will go to a gym, some people go to swim, some people will play sports, all good things. But then some people will binge watch TV for days. There will be some people who will booze, go to parties, or maybe even worse things. So what are your coping strategies? So if they are destructive ones, then you definitely have a habit of self sabotaging your success.
yeah, that's pretty gloom actually. Is I mean, it's not a good thing to happen to anybody. So I mean, it is though it sounds so tough, it is not all that difficult to get over it, provided you commit to take action. So, can you share some powerful steps where people can apply this on a daily basis to overcome this self sabotage?
Yeah. So as we were talking before, that there is always a pattern. So you can look for what pattern do you have. Uh, so let's say you have decided that you are going to achieve this month's target. You have already decided and you are working for it. But as soon as you reach, or you are about to reach, what is happening there? As soon as you are about to reach to your goal, your destination, your target, what is happening there? What are the feelings? What are the thoughts? So you make note of those thoughts. Are the thoughts that I am going to achieve? I always achieve things. Or the thought is that, will I be able to do it? Or, you know, are there questions, or there are, statements? So if there are statements, it's good. If there are questions, then there is doubt. So identify and challenge those patterns, and they can be physical. Maybe it can be your actions, or it can be your beliefs. It can be both. Okay. There are actionables that, for example, you keep on waiting. You become passive. That okay, others are going to come to you and tell you, or others are going to take the action. It's your life. You have to take control of it.
So, basically, it's a pattern of inaction.
Inaction. Okay, so waiting. What are you doing when you wait? You are doing nothing, and doing nothing will give result. No, it won't.
Nothing. It
maybe
gives
maybe
nothing.
maybe it gives nothing. Exactly, doing nothing gives nothing. Yeah, you're right. So identify and challenge those limiting beliefs, and also the limiting actions, or the destructive actions. Which are sabotaging your growth, sabotaging your success. Um, During this journey, you might have some people, maybe your peers, maybe your friend, or somebody in family. So you You make some accountability partner in organization. The good thing is there is already one accountability partner, which is your boss. Okay, he is assigned that job, that he is, that he can hold you accountable for your actions or inactions. So make full use of it. Make full use of that resource. You know, a lot of times people hate their bosses. Okay, so whatever he is doing, that's his life, right? Or her life. Boss can be of any gender, right?
I
So
would say make full use of him, or he will make use of it.
yeah. So create accountability partner, and also create some accountability systems for you, for your own self. You can have a daily to-do list, daily not to-do list also, so that you do things which are aligned to your goal and skip those things which are not aligned to your goal. A few things here and there which keeps you, which gives you emotional or mental or physical break, that's okay, but they should not distract you for a long time or take you completely away from your journey or away from your goal. And after that, this is the last thing. You practice self compassion and self discipline. So things that you have decided for yourself, do them consistently. Once a while, if you can miss, it's okay, but do them consistently again and again. Uh, Discipline is for life. Okay, you decide an action, and you do it, and be compassionate. Compassionate when you are doing things and when you are not able to do things. Also, at times I have heard this very often. Somebody is saying, um, they are working, they have fever, and they are chewing some tablets, and they are going for work. And what is happening? They are hospitalized a few days later, because why? Because the body wanted rest, body needed rest. So it will push you. If you are pushing it so much, it will push you
If you don't
backward.
take break, it will give you break.
It will give you break. Okay, and that will be serious. So better that you take break yourself. Okay, and you are in control, not the environment, not somebody else. And if you follow
Absolutely.
these things, you will be able to uh, overcome this habit of self sabotage. And of course, uh, one more thing which is most important here is fear will be there. Fears are going to be there. Challenges are going to be there. In spite of them, you have to take action, the right action. Okay, and if you can do that, you will achieve success definitely. Maybe it can be delayed. Okay, but you will definitely achieve it. Thank you.
Absolutely, Arif. I mean, and it is not something that is impossible for you to crack. But yes, you need commitment, and you need to realize that, you need to recognize it, you need to accept it, then you can act on it. And I think the severe impact that you are going to what you call it uh, you're going to experience in life is that I think it will impact your relationships, personal relationships, yes. Because you constantly self-sabotage yourself means you're always short, you're always short of something. So that's not good, and nobody want to see you that way, especially your loved ones. And it could eventually manifest into something like you become a procrastinator, and end up with poor relationships, if not bad relationships. With that said, thank you so much, Arif, for the valuable inputs, and I thank audience who have joined and who would be listening to this. We come every week to discuss these kind of topics, which makes impression, which makes difference in life, which matters in life. And we'll be back here next week again with yet another topic. Do join us then, same place, same time. And until then, have a good week, and see you again.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye bye.